Right, on my Honda Civic Mark 8, I'm going to do 3 jobs today. Main job is to change the coolant for a 10-year coolant. I think I won't have to ever change it again. Second job is to change the drive belt, the auxiliary drive belt, sometimes called serpentine belt. It drives things like the aircon pump, etc. The third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find any kind of rusty bits, and I'm going to go and patch up some of the rust underneath, including the exhaust. So first thing to do is to jack up car. This car is still in my way, I can't do it on the flat road, so it's going to be on my slope again. So carefully jack it up with the correct jacking points, breeze blocks, heavy concrete blocks to chock the wheels. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, after jacking it up, you get the bottom tray out. It's quite a difficult job on this car. It's quite a large bottom tray, as you can see. Open up the bonnet, open up the hood, give yourself more light. Do the the jobs are kind of needing to be dry first. For example, I'm going to paint the exhaust. Then I'm going to change the belt, and then I'm going to change the water, because with the water on the floor, with the coolant on the floor, it's going to be really mucky. Right, so the areas that are going to rust are areas like here. You can see previous paint layers I put on have been good. They've stood the test of time, and actually this box rusts quite a bit as well, so I need to get some on there. As far as you can reach, I should be on a set of stands. I mean a set of I should roll it up on my the stands if I haven't got any space on the road, as you can see. Just even there, even places like that, and plenty of paint. Does work, keeps the rust off, no doubt. As far as you can go, obviously I'll roll it onto the I'll roll the car up, I'll be able to reach the rear. Well, I think I've done the rear already, it's just this bit really. And I have, like I said, I've not changed my exhaust in many years on any of the cars by doing this. Definitely worth it. So that's job 1 done. Right, just want to show you this pipe. So this is the passenger side, here's the wheel, so you get an idea what I'm on about. You know where I divert all my water from the leaky front area into the footwell? I divert it all onto the left, and this is where it all comes out. Okay, so more pulleys than on the Ford. That would be the aircon pump. That would be the main lower crank. That is water pump, I think. Up there, next one up is the tensioner. That one there is the alternator, and the top one is just the top pulley. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pulleys to go around. The belt kind of snakes around, it goes in the top one, snakes around the alternator pulley, comes around the water pump, comes down here, goes over the crank, yep, goes up to the tensioner, goes around the top pulley. So draw a picture of that, I will, because it's when I'm in the heat of it I will forget. I use this Trident 14mm and 12mm long spanner. It's got a nice kind of straightness to it, and it's just like a blunt end there, just pops straight out. There's no waste of time, no waste of space. Nice sharp teeth on there for gripping. It's the 14 that you need. So I would just kind of initially show you, but I might have to move. I'm gonna have to take this pipe off, clip that and pull that out, because that's going to be in the way, but it fits on that one there. See, if I pull now, this is in the way. I can't remember whether or not, if I let it go, oops, can't remember if I held this back at all, the spanner, after I've pulled it back. I can't remember if I just let the thing go. Probably not. So I'm just thinking, because if I pull that, it starts to loosen. See, it's quite a pull, but a lot of force you've got to put on there. It's really, really tough. So I will, once I get the belt off, I will check the rest of the pulleys as well. And that is really tough. I need the extension bar for that. Just getting that water pipe off. Nothing really to see here. Just moving a clip. Always use the tool when you can. Make sure it's not loose, it don't fall down. There is it, it's out of the way. Okay. This is quite a tough little manoeuvre, this, because it is very, very, very strongly tensioned, and need an extension bar, and you need to take off from the alternating pulley rather than from the tensioner. So I'm going to leave that back. Got plenty of room now to move, and I think I can just kind of let it go afterwards, and it should be okay. Hopefully I'll capture it this time properly. The teeth should on this spanner fit all the way in. Right, I kind of do it like that so you can see it should fit all the way in, shouldn't be protruding or anything. Give yourself the maximum kind of grip on the bolt. I think that tension is a fairly new one, so I might need to, I just wondered if I need to move the tripod. So you get what I'm trying to do. I might have to just move the tripod. Yeah. Reposition. See if I can get this. Needless to say, watch your fingers. Make sure it's inserted all the way in. This particular spanner will insert really nicely in, and even look, my extension bar fits nicely around all the obstacles, like the top pulley there. Need to get this in a bit further. I need to get it in a bit further. Yeah, it's gone past the bottom. Right, okay. Spanner slipped out. Let it do that. from here. Okay, that's nice. Well done, Honda. Yeah, I thought I was going to go right straight into there, but it hasn't. So it's really well made tensioner. It just tensions just a little bit of range of movement. Oops. So it just tensions. There's only a slight bit of movement, and that does the job. So that's a really good design. Thank you, Honda. Next thing, does the belt? Has the belt I've got the right length for it? So I'm just gonna take that off. I'm gonna have to go underneath. We test all the pulleys. You should test the pulleys as well. Maybe easier with the wheel shroud removed. Will be easier. It's okay. It's not too bad. Let's have a look at it now. Alright, so it definitely needs changing. Look at these little splits in it. Look at that. See that? you can't really kind of delay these kind of jobs. Look. This belt has been on about 4 years, I would say. When that goes, I've seen cars serious damage done. Obviously you'll be stuck in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Look at that tear. You'll be stuck in the middle of nowhere because your alternator will not produce electricity to get you anywhere. Right. Let's make sure it's the right length. So I got this fairly cheap one, £23 from Euro Car Parts, I think. Auxiliary belt, and the length is printed on there. That's the thing that's important. With AC pump, they can do 2 different lengths now. AC without AC. 1645, 7 ribs. Not as good quality as the Ford one, I don't think, because some of the stitching on there kind of is a bit off. It doesn't feel leathery, it feels rubbery as well. The Ford one feels leathery, like it's made of leather. That looks the same. Yeah, stretch it out. That's fine. Right, so I just need to fit it on. I'm not too sure about that. 1645, 1640. 40. That's millimeters. 5 millimeters off, so it's half a centimeter longer than you want. I should take some of the tension off, but is that a good idea? Just check these pulleys. That feels good. Feels good. The tensioner. Alternator feels good. I checked that before recently. This one more the water pump. I'll check AC and water pump. I'll check them. Now I've got to go underneath. Do it from the reverse of removal. Yeah, that took a while. So I'm back to the reverse position where the alternator, the belt around the alternator has not been put on now. So you pull the tensioner and then hoop it around the alternator. Okay. same deal. Make sure the spanner is fully inserted like it is there. I'm just going to drop this a little bit more. Such a lot of tension on there. I do not want extension bar and near my jawline in case it slips. You don't want to get your fingers trapped in there either. To regroup. It's not going the way you want it. Take a little rest, plenty of time. Draw as much of that belt as possible. Extra 5mm, I'm not sure that'll make any difference. That is on there. Of course, go around checking underneath. Check your diagram that you got that right as well. Oh, I've got that right. Make sure they're fully seated in alternator, pulleys, tensioner, etc. Second job. I'll make sure I discard the old belt that is not usable again. Wouldn't use that for a backup. It's going in the recycling. Okay, the third job, there is a drainage plug just there. Thankfully, I was going to go for that hose there or the other hose, but there it is. There is a, can't remember exactly where, but I think it is about here. Thermostat is in there, so it's quite a job to get to if you need to change your thermostat. But sometimes the thermostat will be closed, so you're not going to empty all the water out. What you empty is in the expansion tank, and you'll empty out what's in the radiator. But what's inside the engine block is not going to be changed, but that's okay. You know, it's okay to keep some. If you really want to empty a whole lot, you're going to take the thermostat out, and then the whole lot from the engine block flushes out in this particular car, not in the Ford, but in this particular car it does. When I didn't do that, it will start coming out and basically drain it and then fill up what I drained out. So I'll measure it all. Get this. So really need like a soft ended plier. You don't want to be putting hard metal to any plastic. 6 edge it out this way. Oh, came out like that. That's interesting. That's fine. Don't undo that all the way. I don't think you're supposed to do it. And I'll just open up the top expansion container. God, made it all wet. Let me just make it all wet. That's how much coolant came out. I'm going to decant that in that gallon container and see how many litres that was. I've actually put the 3 litre new coolant in there because this one's got a measurement on there on this particular container. Also some nasty debris in there. Bits of grime, bits of dirt. Oh, I've got my I forgot I put my copper K. It's like anti head gasket blower. Oh, 4 litres. It's a good thing I checked. So I need to make another litre of mixture. So I've just removed 4 litres. So look at the bottom of there. What I mean is I've got these little tiny copper bits in there to go in any kind of blemishes in the head gasket to repair. That's this stuff, K-seal. So I just need to pour a little bit in and it'll plug up any kind of head gaskets that are starting to split up, so stop any leaks. And even if you've not got a leak, it'll sort of preempt any kind of future leaks. So I usually put a bit of this in there as well. I'm mixing out 1 to 1 part concentrated coolant. This stuff lasts for 10 years, and 1 part deionized water, or better still, distilled water if you can get your hands on it. I'll put some of that K-seal in it as well. I'll shake it up. It needs a little shake. A little bit like that. I bought this years and years ago, still going strong. All mixed up. Okay, so never undo this with the engine hot. After the engine has stopped running, if you've been running it, you need to leave the engine off for a couple of hours before you can even attempt to remove that, because that will just chuck out 80 degrees hot water, probably 80, 85 maybe. Some green, this particular coolant. Now I've took out 4 litres, repaired 4 litres, but remember this, you'll probably, oh, you should have, oh, didn't even notice that. I was wondering what was happening. I could hear something pouring out. Need to prepare some more litres. That's me, don't do that, don't copy. Less than a day, if you hear guggling sound, look around, look up, have a little look, something went wrong. So, poured quite a bit down there. I should be okay now. Have your 4 litres, handy, but not all of it's going to fit. There'll be like a big air bubble in there. You won't get any heating as well, by the way, for a little while until you get rid of the air bubble. You get rid of the air bubble in modern cars by running it. And after the engine, you've been running it for a number of miles, 20 miles maybe, all of the water that's in the reservoir, I'll fill it to the top in a minute, it'll all completely drop. When that drops, fill it up with, after it's cooled down, fill it up with some more rest of 4 litres. I really ruined my plans there. What do you reckon? Half a litre I've chucked out onto the engine. Probably half a litre. Okay, I've got some left. This is all going to fit because I've lost half of it. Anyway, you see the idea. It's got to be done. Did you see the colour of my coolant? Well, it should be pink, but that is rosy colour. That coolant was getting used up, and about to expire on me. That's it. 3 jobs done today. So last thing, just to put the bottom tray back on. I've kept the funnel on the back of my car, kept some spare ready mixed coolant there. I know I'll probably need to add another litre once it all settles and the air bubbles are removed. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe button, and you know, you need a bit of time. when you've got a day off or something.